Today we're going to talk about a feeling well, it's not about being in an empty room. It's about feeling empty in a life that's supposed to be full. Our guide for this journey is an incredible insight from Mr. D.R. Nayar, a writer who's all about lifelong learning. And he's got this powerful idea he calls the architecture of loneliness. So let's just start right here. Does this hit home for you? I mean, this one sentence just captures it all, doesn't it? It's that nagging feeling that even when everything on paper looks perfect, something deep inside just feels off, missing. And that feeling leads us straight into this paradox that Mr. Nayar talks about, the full, empty life. It's this strange disconnect between the life we've built for ourselves and the way we actually feel living inside it. And what's so powerful about this is how specific it gets. This isn't just some vague sadness. It's when your house is just a building, not a real home. It's being surrounded by people, by friends, but feeling like nobody really gets you. It's when even the best things in life, like good food, just taste kind of bland. Everything looks full, but it all feels flat. So how do we even begin to unpack this? Well, the very first step, according to the source material, is to make a really crucial distinction. We throw around the words alone and lonely like they're the same thing, but honestly, they are worlds apart. And this just lays it out so perfectly. See, being alone, that's a circumstance. It's something you can choose. It can be peaceful, right? Just having some quiet time to yourself. But being lonely, that's totally different. That's an internal feeling. It's that sense of being invisible, of being disconnected, even when you're in a room full of people.
And that right there is the key. We have to shift our thinking. The problem isn't a lack of people around us. It's the lack of real, genuine connection. It's an inside feeling, not an outside situation.
So, this leads to the most powerful idea in this entire explainer. If loneliness is something that happens inside of us, how does it get there? Well, the idea here is that it's something we actually construct ourselves, piece by piece. And this is the core concept, the architecture of loneliness. It's not some flaw in who you are. Think of it more like a structure that gets built inside us over time. It's made from the expectations we put on other people, the unhealthy ways we get attached to things, and maybe most importantly, the stories we keep telling ourselves. Now, this is the moment where everything flips. Because if we accept that we're the architects of this feeling, it's not about blame, not at all. It's actually about power. It means we're the ones holding the blueprints. And if we built it, we can absolutely renovate it. We can change the design. Okay, so if we can change it, what does that actually look like? What's the new blueprint? Well, the source gives us a really practical, actionable plan for rebuilding that inner home. And it all comes down to these three foundational steps. First, we change how we relate to other people. Second, we change how we relate to ourselves. And third, we change how we actually show up in the world. So let's break that down a little. Okay, gentle detachment. It might sound a little cold, but it's not. It's just about enjoying your friendships without this heavy weight of expectation that they have to make you happy. Then, creating simple joys. This is about finding happiness that starts and ends with you. A walk, cooking something new, just doodling. And finally, initiating connection. This means taking tiny, low-stakes risks, just offering a smile to someone first or starting a simple conversation. But even with all these steps, let's be real, there's often this lingering hope, isn't there? That someone or something is just going to show up and fix all of this for us. And the source asks this question head on. And the answer? Well, it's a little scary, but it's also incredibly liberating. The truth is, no one is coming. There's no knight in shining armor, no perfect person who's going to ride in and magically make that feeling of loneliness disappear forever. And what that really means is this is an inside job. Look, having an amazing partner or incredible friends, that's wonderful, but they are additions to your life. They aren't the foundation. That foundation of feeling whole, of feeling truly at home in your own skin, that has to be built by you and for you. And once you really get that, once that clicks, your entire perspective on loneliness can just shift. It stops feeling like a life sentence or some kind of personal failure. It becomes something else entirely. I think this quote just captures it perfectly. Loneliness isn't a dead end you get stuck in. It's more like a passage you walk through. It's an uncomfortable journey for sure, but it gives you the quiet and the space to meet yourself again, maybe for the very first time. And that is the ultimate promise here. By rebuilding that inner architecture, the world outside starts to change too. That house starts to feel like a real home again. The food tastes better. And you don't just look full on the outside, you feel truly, deeply alive on the inside. So the real question is, what's the first brick you're going to lay today?